Let's move on to cameras. Again, this is another area where you have tons and tons of options. If you are simply looking to set up a camera, hit record, and then edit your podcast and then upload it, you can use basically anything. I mean, you could use a smartphone, or you could use just really any camera that you want. If you want to get into, let's say, live production, like for example, I'm recording right now onto my computer. I'm running a feed from my camera into my computer and recording it to software called OBS. If you want the ability to do that, you will need a camera that has what's called a clean HDMI output. Basically what that means is you're taking the feed that you would see on the back LCD screen of the camera, directing that into your computer without any of like the little overlays that show you the different camera settings you have and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a clean video feed out into your camera. So that's the feature you really need to look for. And there's a lot of cameras that do it. I am very partial to Sony cameras just for my like professional work. When I do photography or video, I enjoy using Sony cameras, but also my Sony cameras have clean HDMI outputs. So I actually have 3 Sony cameras in the studio. The one that I'm talking into now is a Sony a6500. I've got an overhead camera here, which is the Sony ZV-1. And then back here is the Sony RX100 Mark V, I believe. So all these cameras do a great job for me. They're very reliable. I connect an outside power source to them and they just stay on for the entire duration that I'm recording. But if you're looking to get just one camera or maybe a few of the same camera, my recommendation is the Sony ZV-1, which is this camera here. It is small, it's compact, it's got a flip out screen. If you wanted to, take it down and use it for some vlogging content, you could do that. The picture quality is great for such a small camera. It's about $750 as of this recording. It's not the cheapest option out there, obviously, but if you've got the budget for it, I would say a Sony ZV-1. There are ways to get like the feed from a smartphone onto your computer. You could use things like a GoPro even. But again, when you do some research, just look for options that have clean HDMI outputs, see what other people are using, and go from there. I'm just partial to Sony. That's just me, but you don't have to use Sony by any means.